Obviously with the Shopify dropshipping stuff, like how much more are you going down that route, and what is your kind of focus of 2024? Is your focus like, are you gonna really focus on building brands and doing something like similar to My Licorice or similar to my other brands? Are you focusing more on the Etsy stuff? Are you focusing more on Shopify dropshipping, just running up quick pump and dump stores? What's your focus for 2024, like going forward?
Yeah, so my plans for 2024 going forward is use Etsy as cash flow. So I'm making a lot of stores. Like I'm planning to make, in the month of February, I'm trying to get around 150, 100 stores up, and majority just cash grabs, because it's so easy to run up fast cash on Etsy. Like it's so easy. You can run up 20k revenue in less than 2 months.
Well, your first month, you did like what, just under 10k, £10,000 in revenue.
Yeah,
like,
not even dollars, pounds.
Yeah, pounds is like $13,000. Yeah, like what profit margins? Like,
it was like 50%. It was clothing. It was really high.
Yeah, so you
really
made like $7,000 first month from Etsy dropshipping. It's crazy. It's like there's no other business model in the entire fucking planet like that you can do that with.
Yeah. Literally. So literally just running up many stores, but the normal person will think that's too time consuming, but I'm creating systems in place now where I've got the stores being warmed up, sorted. So I'm not making the stores or anything. I've got people going to be doing the listings as plugged by the Etsy Kings boy. And then, so Etsy will kind of be just flowing by its own. I'll just be overlooking it. And then with that cash, I'm going to be pumping it all into Shopify brands, long-term brands which I actually like, brands which I see potential with, and running them up, seeing how they go. But Etsy on the side burner, and then Shopify being the thing that I'm funneling everything into, because it's good making a lot of cash and all, but what's the point of just having cash?
It's good though, because it's all like different stories, like slight different variations of the same thing you're saying, right?
Everyone's version on Etsy Kings,
that's
basically.
The thing, literally. So you're saying you're going to use Etsy dropshipping, make a fuck ton of money, and pump all that money back into longer term Shopify brands. It's essentially what we're doing, right?
Basically,
yeah, that's like the best way to do it, really, because I've mentioned this a bunch of times, but it's like Etsy dropshipping, Shopify dropshipping stores, they do have some exit potential, but it is hard to get an exit. You're not going to get a big multiplier. So for people who don't know, multiplier is like the yearly profit. Basically, if your business is really shit, it may be 0.5 or 1x a yearly profit if it's a dead product, dead store. But if it's a really good product, a really good store, it could be a 3, a 5, a 10, a 20x, right, of the yearly profit. So with Etsy dropshipping, it's going to be like a 1 or a 2 or sometimes a 0.5 depending on the store. It's not going to be crazy big. I mean, 2 is still good if you've been running for a year. It's like fucking pretty good. But with like an actual physical brand, My Licorice, for example. My Licorice, which is my sweets brand. If you're from the UK, mylicorice.co.uk, go buy. I should have bought you some. But super good, right? It's been running for almost 4 years now, like 3.5 years. And we have returning customers come back every single month. So it's got that income from there. It's consumable. It's got multiple sources of traffic. It's very stable. It's very secure. We've tested it like multiple times to see if people can like attack the brand and shit like this. And it's super stable and secure. So it'll get a high multiplier, right? Whereas if we're just selling on Etsy with that particular product, meh, right? We're not going to have that many returning customers. It's going to be a lot of gift purchases, a lot of kind of quick, just first-time customers, but no returning purchases. And it's just one traffic source as well. So like really building out the long-term branding is like the best way to make like really long-term money, like generational wealth, and something the next step, right? One thing I would say to beginners though, because I don't want to obviously give the wrong advice and stuff, is like there's a time and a place to build long-term brands. You don't want to do it too early, because then it's like, okay, if you've only made a little bit of money, it's like, fuck, this is like a lot of skills, a big skill jump and stuff like this. And it takes a lot of cash, and it's very fucking hard. Like building a brand is very difficult. Like even with the ones we test, it's like 20% success rate to find an actual long-term brand that has the long-term potential. And then it's like so much work to like just get it to the position. Like My Licorice is fucking horrible. It's so hard. It's like I can make so much more profit in the short term just running up an Etsy dropshipping store rather than focusing on that. But then it's the long-term potential of that.